everyone, this is Irina Blount from La La Land Crafts. Today is day 5 of our 24 days of tutorials Advent event here on YouTube channel. I am starting with 12 days of tutorials, and then our design team is going to join in on our blog to continue with some inspiration, some amazing ideas and tutorials for you. We are having a giveaway. We're giving away $50, three $50 gift certificates to our online store. And to enter into the giveaway, we ask you to please subscribe to our YouTube channel if you are not one of our subscribers yet, and comment on the videos for a chance to win. The more you comment, the more chances you have of winning. So please comment. This is day 5, so we have the 4 videos, 4 tutorials already available from December 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. If you have not seen those, please go and watch them. I'll pop the link to the video to those tutorials in the video description below. Just a quick overview what we have made in the previous days. So we have some cards, we have some boxes, some fun things to watch the tutorials for. And today we are making a gift bag. I thought we'll take a break from the cards again and do something that you might actually need very soon for your presents. And this is the gift bag that has also a pocket on the front, and it is an accordion fold pocket, so you can put quite a few things in here. And instead of the tag, we have a small card that opens like this, and here you can write to and from and the greeting to your recipient. And we're using not many dies, not many die cut on this one at all, so you can actually make it in a pinch when needed. And it's fun to have something handmade to give the presents with, and you can also customize it for your recipient. Let's go ahead and start with the tutorial. I can't wait to show you how I made it. I'm going to start with 2 layers of Kraft Cardstock, and this is 80-pound cardstock. I would not recommend going anything heavier than that, and this measures 9 1/4 by 8 1/2. So basically this was 8 1/2 piece of paper, and I just cut it off at 9 1/4, and we are going to score it. I have my template here, my little cheat sheet. So we're going to score it at 6 1/2. But remember, for you, all of the measurements are in the video description. Try to score both at once, that wouldn't work. 9 1/4 by 8 1/2. We're scoring at 6 1/2. Then we're going to score it at 8 1/2. Then we're going to turn it clockwise, and we're going to score it at 2 inches right here. And this is important because of the way we're going to assemble our gift bag. This is important that you score it this way. Now I'm going to bring it back, and I'm going to score it at 7 1/2, but I'm going to leave it about 1 1/2 from the bottom before my 2 inches line. So I'm gonna go and just stop right there. You don't have to measure, just kind of visually, don't go all the way down. And then we're going to do the same on the second piece. Next, we're going to score a layer that measures 6 1/2 by 4, and we're going to put it in vertically, and we're going to score it at 1/2 inch on each side. So 1/2 inch, so 3 1/2 here and 1/2 inch right here. 2 vertical lines. Next, we have 3 3/4 by 6. And on this one, we're going to put it horizontally, and we're going to score it at 1/2 at 3 inches. Next, we have 2 little pieces, and these are 2 by 2 3/4, and we're going to score each vertically at 1/2 inch, every 1/2 inch. So 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 1 1/2. 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 1.5. And that is all our scoring. The two larger pieces, we are going to cut them. We're going to cut first on the second vertical score line, on this one here, and we're actually going to cut on both of them. So I'm holding with my 2-inch horizontal line down, and I'm cutting on both of the score lines here, and then I'm going to cut off this small rectangle. Then on this long flap that we have here, we're going to miter corners just like this, and then on this square flap we're going to miter corners as well, so a little, just cutting out little triangles and then just going right into the corner right there. And we're going to do exactly the same on the second piece. Next, we will fold on all of the score lines, and all of them are going to be folded in. The only thing that I didn't fold yet is this partial score that we created. We're just going to leave it this way for now. Next, we're going to use our score tape, and on this longer flaps, we are going to tape one closer to the fold and one closer to the outside, and I'm using 1/4 inch score tape. Next, we'll partially assemble our gift bag. So you can see there are the same way, right? But when we put them together like this is how they are going to be assembled. So the easiest way to do is I'm going to remove my tape, the backing of the tape partially. Let me see if I can do this one longer. And then I'm going to line up this piece and make sure, so this is here, this is folded in, right? The smaller one folded on the inside. I'm taking the other one and I'm aligning it so it matches on all of my sides. On the bottom, you can fold this flap up if it helps to align. I think I'm going to do that, and then just have it even on this side, and then we can pull the backing of the tape. Now that we have one attached, the second one will be easier because it's already we can just basically close this side in. So I'm going to remove partially just in case. I don't know what could happen, but just in case. And close this down and pull this out. And that created, looks like a box right now. I'm going to grab my 2 of the red layers, and these are 6 1/4 by 6 1/4. So basically the way I size this gift bag is to use our 6 by 6 papers without cutting them. So that's the reason these are 6 1/4 by 6 1/4, and the bag, the finished size, the front and the back of it measure 6 1/2 by 6 1/2. So these are 1/4 inch smaller. And then I have 2 of the same. I chose to use the same papers on the front and the back of my gift bag, and these are from our newer paper pack. This one is called Very Merry, and this comes with so many wonderful designs. I mean, you can use any of this. Look how pretty that looks. You can use absolutely every one of these designs for your gift bag, and they are all gorgeous. And if you want to go for more vintage looking gift bag, then I would suggest the Christmas Hodgepodge paper pack. And with the same red cardstock on the bottom, you can see how these papers would look like. Just so gorgeous. Just any of this would work beautifully. So take a look. We have a wide range of different papers, so there is no shortage of that. I'm gonna go ahead and glue both of these together, and then I'm gonna glue one on the front and one on the back. Of course, you can do a simple gift bag just with the paper, embellish just with the paper, but we are going to make it a little more special because we can. So on our larger piece here, where the vertical one with the score lines, we are going to fold the score lines in. And we're going to put score tape. Then we have our smaller pieces with 3 score lines. We're going to fold them, make an accordion fold. So we're going to fold it in the center, make a mountain fold, and then on each of the sides, we're going to do it a volley fold. On our smaller pieces, we are going to add the tape on the outside layers. So I'm just gonna do it kind of closer to the fold on both of the outside flaps, and make sure you're holding it like M, so you have a volley fold in the center, and then you're putting the tape on the sides here. Now we're going to attach to each side of our long layer, so we're holding it horizontally, and we're going to make sure that we have the fold coming out. I can remove a little of the tape here, and I'm going to position it, center it between the score lines, and pull it so it's flush to the outside, just like this. And then the same on the other end. Again, make sure you have the fold facing out, and remove tiny bit of this backing. Again, line up between your score lines and flash to the outside, and do it like this. So now this is what we have here. We are going to miter the corners on both of these long flaps. And on one of them, doesn't matter which one right now, we're going to put the tape on the inside of the flap, and this will be the top of our pocket. We can put the tape on the back side of our other flap, but we are not going to attach it just yet. We're just going to have it there for when we need it. Next, we have layer of red cardstock and layer of pattern paper. Our red cardstock measures 6 1/4 by 2 3/4, and the pattern paper is from the same paper pack from Very Merry, and it measures 6 by 2 1/2. I'm going to glue these two together and then on the front of our pocket. Next, we're going to work on our flap card, and this was the 3 3/4 by 6. I also have red layer measuring 3 1/2 by 2 3/4, and the same as the white layer, 3 1/2 by 2 3/4. And the pattern paper, the same we're using in the front of the pocket, 3 1/4 by 2 1/2. I'm going to quickly do my frame all the way around this white layer, and then I can glue layers together. this is our little card where you can write to and from and a little message if needed. And this will go right in the center of our pocket layer. Before we attach this on, I die cut 4 of these long pieces, and these are from the book tab and label set. And you can see when you die cut it, it also presses into the cardstock to deboss this pretty design. We're going to use 2 of them on this pocket, and we're going to actually use them partially because we just want them to come out somewhere like that. So we're going to cut them apart, and we're going to cut where this kind of step is, where the design starts going into the skinnier part, and we're going to do the same on both pieces. So pretty much right below this opening right there, and then we can attach them, we can glue them. Let's double check. I don't want this hole to show, but I want the 3 of the other ones to show. And we're going to go ahead and glue this on first. And glue the card in the center. And then I'm going to put brads into the 3 of the openings on each side. If you have a crocodile that has a smaller hole, that would be very useful. I don't have it handy, so I'm just going to kind of start the hole with my poker here, and then when I remove it, I can make the hole larger. Next, we're going to embellish the front of our card. I die cut some letters and also our layered poinsettia. This is one of our newer dies. It comes as a set of 3. For this card, since it's a little like knot card here almost, I figured that the largest flower or the largest layer was too big. So instead, I die cut 2 sets, and I'm using 2 sets of the medium size and 2 sets of the smallest size. And I really do like how it kind of looks really fluffy with so many layers and still looks really, really pretty. And I added the gold center in the middle. And also wanted to mention that this die also has some debossing and embossing when you cut it, because it has all of these pretty lines on all of the layers. And then for the letters, I used our bold letters die, and it's a big set. As you can see, it's a large set, and I used J and Y from this set. We're making word joy with the poinsettia in the middle instead of O. We also have another set of the letters of the alphabet. It's called skinny letters, so these are just a different font, but you can see both of these are pretty large dies. So if you want these dies, now is actually a great time to buy, because because of the size, they are on the expensive side. So just make sure you use your Advent 2022 for 20% off. And now we are just going to go ahead and assemble this, and it just looks so festive and so pretty. I mean, this would make like mini slimline card, would be really, really pretty as well. I also they cut the letters from gold cardstock and also from chipboard to make them stand out a little more on our layer here. So we can go ahead and glue them together, and then I'll arrange everything and glue it on the front of our little note card. Isn't it gorgeous? As I said, look, this can be just a slimline card like this. So pretty. But we are making it into the pocket on our gift bag. So now we can go ahead and attach it again while we have it all flat. First, we're going to attach on our bottom layer, and again, I'll remove it partially and make sure you're attaching it to the bottom. The bottom is where our large flaps are, right there. And we are going to center it on the sides all the way down to the fold and match to the side. So I have it lined up, so I can go ahead and pull this here. Then I'm going to fold this down like this. I'm going to remove the backing, again, kind of partially on each side. And then I'm going to hold this in and close this all the way flat, and then pull the tape just like this, and that gave us our dimensional pocket on the front. We're going to add the other pieces from our die, the one that we used here for the handle. So you can arrange them, kind of center them. I think that's mine is about an inch from the side, so about an inch from there. And about 1 1/4 in. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. Now we're going to add brads into all of these 3 openings on each. Now I already added the brads on each side, and I just love how brads, the gold brads just tie in with our design in the front here. And we all have brads, especially if you started crafting a while ago, because brads were quite a thing before, and we don't use them that much, but it's fun to pull them out. It's fun to pull them out now and again, and especially for the project like this. It's really kind of Christmassy, and gold is really nice. Now I have this is like silk cord, I guess, and I really wish I would have it in red color, but I don't, so I'm just using what I have. You can also use ribbon, and I cut 2 of them at about 20 inches long each, and I'm going to put it kind of behind this layers, this die cuts, and I'm going to fold die cuts to the inside and leaving like a little bit, like 1/8 of an inch on the top there. So just fold it carefully, but make sure that the cord is inside of it. So I don't know if I'll be able to show it to you from the back, maybe this way. So there are inside of my folds like this, and then we can go ahead and glue these pieces down. Then we can tie a knot on this cord and pull it. Now I have the knot on the left side right here, and we can hide it inside. So we have this cool kind of handle, and it might be a little bit too long, I don't know, just depends on the way you like it. So if you want to cut ribbon shorter, you can definitely do that. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side. So put my second ribbon in Make sure it's not on the tape, and fold this on the inside. Tie a knot. And pull it, and again bring it to the back. So these are our handles. Pretty cool, right? Okay, so now we can go ahead and close our box. Since this is the front of my box, I'm going to put the tape on the larger tab on this same layer, on the same side. So I'm going to just unfold the other sides there so I can have this open for me. And I'm going to put, I think I'll put 3 right here. And I'm not even going to put tape on the sides. You definitely can, but I think they're just staying inside. They're not gonna go anywhere. So this is how we're gonna close it. Closing the flaps, pushing them in, then my longer flap goes in, and then this is just gonna close down. And then these partial folds that we did, we're just going to pinch them in on each side. And look at this, and this is our gift bag, finished now. We have handles, and we have this big pocket on the front. I think this is a good idea when you have something bigger to put inside, and then you have smaller things, even like a gift card or cocoa packets or bath salts or anything like that can go into this pocket. And because it's an accordion fold, you can actually fit quite a few things in there. And then instead of the tag, we have our little kind of card opening here where you can write to and from and the message, the greeting on. And that was quick and simple and in a pinch when you need the wrapping for the presents. This is something that you already have. You can use your cardstock in different colors. You can use different design papers and customize your gift bag for your recipient. And of course, this idea can be used for different occasions, not just for Christmas. And that is all for me for today. Believe it or not, a quick one today. And don't forget to comment on this video, comment on all of the videos from day 1 to day 4 to be entered into the giveaway for one of $50 gift certificate to our online store. And don't forget that we have a coupon code 20% off with Advent 2022 coupon code, and the sale is valid until December 25th. As I mentioned before, if you are shopping during the event, don't wait until the end of the event because some things go out of stock. So make sure that you shop, and then you can put a note on your order just to let us know to hold your cart, to hold your orders, and we'll ship them all together and we'll adjust your shipping charges. And that is all. I can't wait to see you tomorrow for day 6. Bye for now. Much love.